Hey everybody, it's Mum by Doug. Grab yourself a piping hot cup of ice, cold, lukewarm, room temperature Coke with a little bit of backwash for this fireside chat. Why am I chewing ice? Here's the deal. Last night I made that video about let's go on a cruise. And tonight I read all the comments that were out there thus far. And I really think we might have to organize this cruise. Now, last night I gave some examples of cruises that I found. I only looked at Carnival because that's the only cruise line that we've been on. And we've never had any real disappointments. We've always been very satisfied. We also find that the cost is reasonable, very reasonable for what you get. As compared to other vacations, we find it to be very economical. I just think that given the fact that several people have already sound very sure that they would be interested, I would go ahead and start answering some of the questions that were left in the comments, because there were some questions I think people would need to know the answer to before they made a decision on if this is something that they wanted to do. But I did just think it would be so fun if we got together and did a cruise. You know, I think to South Tube. South Tube is an experience. If you've been there, you know how much fun it is. The limitations of something like South Tube are only really what we put on it. But I think of things like, a cruise offers endless areas to sit and chat. Just all hours of the day and night if you want. There's always food to eat, anytime, day or night. It just would be very conducive to a YouTube gathering, I think. And I didn't invent this idea. I think other people have done YouTube gathering cruises, I think. But for the group of people that I subscribe to and subscribe to me, I just think it would be a ton of fun. So I'm going to answer some of the questions that were asked, just to throw it out there, and then we'll see how far this goes and whether or not we need someone to start organizing. Again, it's more than a year away, but we would need to nail down some of these specifics. So, first I need to address Stacy, Dreamer72 Her comment was, "Hey, your hair is getting poofy." Well, I experimented with my hair last night before I got on the camera. I took my hands and I went this direction, and all my hair stood up. Usually I take my hands and go this direction. I don't even brush my hair. It's just short like that. So last night I went like that, so my hair looked poofy. I think Beth said something about it too. Okay. People like the boat horn at the end. That thing. Okay. And some people said that they would be willing to share a cabin. That's good to know. Oh yeah. Someone said this. South301976 said this. You do have to have a passport now. It didn't used to be so. And Beth asked this also in her comment. It used to be that you didn't have to have a passport going on a cruise, even though you were going out of the country, but you do now. So if you planned on doing this, you would have to get a passport beforehand. And the earlier you start that process, the better. It's not too long or difficult of a process to do, as long as you're not like a terrorist. So yes, you do have to have a passport. Okay, and Beth asked the question, what is the cost for a single with a view? And both of those things change the cost of a cruise. Should be like a cruise consultant, shouldn't I? If you get a room with a view, the cost obviously would be higher than a room that does not have a window, what they call an interior room. You pay more to have a window, and you would also pay more if you were in a room by yourself. You'd pay more for one person. Just like a lot of places are based on a double occupancy, so are cruises. So what they do on most of the cruise lines is, if one person is in a room, they charge something called a single supplement, which isn't as much as a second passenger, but it's quite a bit. So it would increase your ticket cost significantly. So there's that. You do need passports, and then Beth said, I'm interested definitely, but who will be in charge? You? I'm like, I'm not committing to that yet. yet. I might. Yo-Yo Max 12 said, do people get seasick on the cruises? Some people do get seasick. We've been on 6 cruises and neither of us have ever really been seasick. And this one that we just went on last month we were in very rough seas almost the entire cruise. I find it very relaxing when the ship is moving a good bit. I am not prone to motion sickness though. What most people who are prone to motion sickness will do is you buy these little round patches, they go behind your ear and they help with motion sickness. That, or you can take Bonine or Bonine, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, and that also helps with motion sickness or seasickness. So yeah, if you're prone to seasickness, you would definitely want to take something along just in case you have that problem. You would not want that to ruin your cruise. And then the funniest thing, Baron Fig Tree Matt, he made just a single word comment to this video, and his comment was, doable. And then I think within moments he must have realized that that could be taken in more than one way, and so he said, I was speaking of the cruise, of course. I thought that was hilarious. Doable. You ain't right. You are just not right. So yeah, there's some more information about cruising. I would love to do a whole series about going on cruises, and in fact, I have a whole card full of footage from our cruise that I've done nothing with yet. But it would just be such a blast if we all got together for a cruise, or as many of us as could. Would just be so much fun. So yeah, more information to come if the interest continues. So y'all, peace out. West Side and Brogue. I'm tired.